Okay then, let's get into it. It's our first game, hot takes. We'll spin the wheel, it will land on a category and reveal a hot take. Steven, Savva, you've got 90 seconds to argue your debate. Okay, I'm going to be in charge, so make sure you both don't go off the rails. And if it's a tie at the end, we'll let the viewers at home in the comments section decide who won. Okay, we both ready?
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect, let's get into it and let's spin the wheel. Here we go then. What is going to be our first hot take? It's going to land on players, and your first hot take is Gareth Bale is better than any player to have ever played for Man City. Are we ready? Let's go.
He isn't. Okay. No, Gareth Bale is a fantastic player, one of my favourite actual footballers, in general, away from City. I just don't think you can say with conviction he's better than De Bruyne, for example. You might argue he's at a level, but De Bruyne, a remarkable footballer who is in the top echelon of football's full stop. He's up there with the very best. And Gareth Bale, yes, special stuff. He had probably one special season at Spurs, very good ones, but one truly special one, and then did some wonderful things at Real Madrid. Of course, I want to give him the credit he deserves for the Champions League final performances and all that kind of stuff. But injuries did set him back, and he was, for a long time at Real Madrid, he was in and out of the team with injuries and so on. He was never, he didn't have this 7-8 year dynasty at Madrid that maybe his talent would have deserved. Whereas with De Bruyne, there is no question marks about what he can achieve and what he did achieve. The best creative midfielder in Premier League history, bar none. I mean, that's a fact statistically, in terms of assists per night and all that kind of stuff.
I'm going to have to move to Savva.
Yeah, sure. Listen, at the end of the day, there's players that come around every now and then that are that special, and Gareth Bale is that guy. Gareth Bale didn't have the safety blanket that Kevin De Bruyne had, for example, of playing with world-class players week in, week out for Wales and Spurs. This guy carried Tottenham Hotspur for 2 to 3 seasons, winning Player of the Year, double Player of the Year. This guy carried Wales
10 seconds left
to the Euro semi-finals. This guy won 5 Champions Leagues. De Bruyne has won 1 in a great team. No doubt.
You can't say about carrying and have Ronaldo and Modric.
Okay. Again, good debate. It's a difficult one because I agree with 2 different points there. I do think that Kevin De Bruyne has been exceptional for Man City. I also do agree with your point in terms of Bale has done it in 2 squads, i.e. Spurs and Wales, that haven't had the luxury of as good a player as maybe Man City.
One great season for Spurs.
However, I am going to give the first...
special season.
I'm going to give the first round to the viewers. Okay, because I do think both points are amazing. I'm going to give it a tie. I'm going to let the viewers in the comment section below. Guys, there you go. Steven and Sarah have said their points. Is Kevin De Bruyne now a better player than Gareth Bale? Or is Gareth Bale better than any player that City has ever had? Let us know. Okay, cool. On to hot take number 2. Let's go. Here we go. It's spinning, and you've got players again. Cool. So your second hot take is not one of Spurs' starting 11 would get into Manchester City. Savva, we're going to start with you. Let's go.
Yeah, sure. Listen, I think if we were having this argument 2-3 years ago with a treble-winning team, I would absolutely 100% agree with that statement. I think where we are right now, I think Pedro Porro is superior to Rico Lewis in the right-back area of Man City. I would say that Jed Spence and Udogie, can we argue that Ait Nouri are better than both of those? I don't think we can. And on your right wing at the moment, as exciting as I think Oscar Bob is, and he is the right wing at the moment, for me, Mohamed Kudus is superior to Oscar Bob as of this moment. So I think if we're going to argue that none get into the 11, I think that's a little bit crazy.
You've done me a little bit dirty with the current side. What I will say is...
Not a great start.
I'll take it.
You're currently trying to sign our right winger from last season. We still have Oscar Bob. You're trying to sign Savva right now, mate. And he would be probably starting ahead of Kudus, who'd be in another position. So that argument is immediately muted. But obviously, I sort of semi-agree that Porro and Jed Spence would have a chance with the City side. Nunez has done really well at right back for City last season and played some big games. Left back, I think Ait Nouri is a fantastic player. So I don't think we change anything there. And it's basically the fullbacks, the extremities of the side. I agree, we're not Kyle Walker anymore at right back, and maybe Ake during the treble season. But I think these players have been chosen for a specific reason because of their qualities at Manchester City. Rico Lewis, the way that he enables City to play and brings
10
the ball
seconds left.
He's a special technical footballer of the highest quality.
As time's running out, I'm just going to say your first sentence described 3, everything.
2, 1, and time. Again, good debates. You did well to pull that back, to be fair.
Yeah.
You did do well. However, this round, I'm going to give it to Savva, only because, Stephen, you did
fair.
start part of your debate with, I do agree. And that's always
I didn't technically say that. I said,
debate.
wish it'd been 2 years ago instead. Like, so
Very true.
It's one of those
very
things
true.
where, like, yeah, I can't sit here and say I wouldn't take some of these players myself, because I would. So ultimately, it doesn't mean Spurs 11 can hold a handle to City. So, you know.
Perfect. Good debate, guys. On to hot take number 3. Let's go. The wheel is spinning, and it's landed on club. Okay, so your next hot take is Manchester City have achieved more in the last 10 years than Spurs ever will. Stephen, going to start with you. Let's go.
I mean, City, just as a reminder, have won 6 out of 8 with Guardiola. They won 4 in a row, the first ever team to do that. They reached 100 points, then 98 points. They won a Champions League treble, beating Manchester United in the final as well, our local rivals. That's like you doing that after winning 3 leagues in a row against Arsenal in an FA Cup final. Spurs might do that, because I can't predict the ball 250 years from now, but that's how far you're going to have to go to know if that's going to happen. I don't see many sides getting near what City have achieved in the past 10 years, money or not, because City broke record after record after record after record, and it's a special side.
You know, I'm literally going to sit here and concede this point. Whoever put this question together, I don't know what they want me to argue.
You have to be not Spursy to do it.
I can sit here and say, oh, who knows? We might be the best team for the next 10 years, but with all the money...
Savva, help, come on.
With all the money in football right now, can I see Spurs ever winning 6 out of 8 Premier League titles, Champions Leagues? I mean, it's going to be...
You've got Jed Spence and Porro right back. So maybe you got a chance.
It's going to be some game. I'll concede this one because I won't lose any of the others. So I'll concede this one. There you go.
I mean, this is the first. The 90 seconds still isn't up yet, and already it seems like the point has been decided.
Looking forward to the season. What did you have for breakfast?
I mean, look, Man City have had an incredible decade.
It's ridiculous.
And I can't see anyone ever having another
It's like
decade like
most points and most goals.
And time.
Yeah,
Okay, well, we've had a first now on hot takes where it's been decided halfway through the hot take who's won the point. Okay, so Stephen, there you go. It's 1-1. I do agree with you. It's very, very hard to argue the point.
I mean, did you write that question?
I did not. No, do not blame me.
Did you write that
I
question?
wouldn't be writing that. Yeah. Don't blame me. But the first one, guys, was a draw. Hot take number 2 went to Savva, and hot take number 3 went to Stephen. So on to hot take number 4. Let's spin the wheel. And it's landed on fans. Okay, different category this time. And it is Spurs fans are more loyal than Manchester City's fans. Savva, we're going to start with you.
Yeah, listen, very interesting question, this one. I would say we are super loyal. We haven't had the luxury of what City have had. We have been through some awful times. Not winning a lot, not spending a lot, not acting like we're going to be a big club. And you know what? These fans through thick and thin, we packed out White Hart Lane, we packed out Wembley, we pack out the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium every week, whilst Man City fans go to, what do they call it, the Empty-Had. So when we're talking about loyalty, they've got fans that didn't even know football existed in the 90s. Our fans... through thick and thin, this is one, our fans, I always have a go at my fans for certain things.
This is so wrong.
This is one, we are super loyal. Their fans are all glory hunters.
We have literally a metric to prove it. You know, I was around in the 90s. You talk about pain, not signing a lot of players, actual pain. Mate, I watched my side in the 3rd tier of football. I watched them sell Gio Kinkladze to Ajax just to try and stay up financially. Sean Wright Phillips to Chelsea. That's when we're in the Premier League to sign Survive.
Why can't you pack out
but
the
we went
Empty-Had?
back. What we do is just a myth.
Well, it's not. We all watch the games.
Anyway,
the
childish shouts aside, it's genuinely true. But either way, I watched 30,000 in the 3rd tier of English football. Have you been down there and had that?
No,
how can you
we're a
prove
proper
your
club.
loyalty?
We're a proper club that never got relegated, mate.
You cannot argue against
we never got relegated.
Club when we filled our stadium.
We're not a small club that got relegated.
But that's irrelevant to the loyalty.
The loyal money.
1.
That's all it is.
You can't argue against loyalty when we've proven that we were there in the lowest tier.
Okay. Again, debate. Both make good points. I think your experience of being in the 3rd division is a good point. However,
full stadiums.
I'm not sure if that is representative of all Man City fans.
Of course it is, mate. It was like I was there, and I'm 39 years old.
But maybe not all Man City fans. I do also agree with you, but then I also agree with the point with, yes, we've been through hard times, but is it another fan base's fault that we've not
of
won?
And you haven't been through hard times, by the way. Like,
So-
you've been in the Premier League for all your lifetime. That is not hard times, mate.
Why are you so upset? You've won 6
It's not
times in
hard.
8 years. Relax.
It's
all
not
right.
hard times. It's just a pity me. Like United fans think they're suffering. You're not suffering. You're a multi-million club. You Spurs, you're not suffering. You've been Champions
You
League
can't
finals.
fill your stadium.
You wanted
You
to-
can't fill your
I mean,
stadium.
the stats are there, mate. I
Please
go
go
to
into
the
extra
games.
time here.
You can't fill your stadium.
I mean, you can't just say factually incorrect things
it's the
expected
empty
to
hat.
be.
It's the empty hat.
That's a meme based on a few.
Okay,
like,
guys, I'm going to let you guys decide that because that's the best debate out of all 4 so far. It is currently a draw. It's 1-1. We've got one hot debate left. Okay, one hot take. Let's see what the wheel has in store for us. Here we go. Your 5th and final is other. Interesting. Okay. Vincent Kompany was a better captain than Ledley King.
So, as Ledley King steps up with a couple of games left and put it in the top corner from 20 yards against Leicester to lead you to a 98-point title, has he scored a header against Man United for our first ever Premier League title in the 2011 season with a couple of games left in a derby to win that game 1-0? Has he led your team to 100 points and 98 points? Has he captained you to a domestic quadruple? Vincent Kompany has got a statue outside the ground for a reason, because that was a man that would lead you through a wall if needed, and provided big goals as well and big moments. Honestly, Vincent Kompany there's a reason my channel's named after him, because he is the kind of guy, I would do anything for him. He's that level good, and he has the big moments and the big goals. Ledley King's a cracking player, but what he's achieved can't come close to what Vincent Kompany achieved.
Okay. So just so you know, his question wasn't how much of Manchester City won. So if this is going to be based...
No, but I said what Vincent Kompany did. What he
Can I
did.
talk? You haven't shut up. You haven't shut up, right? Let me talk. If this question was how much has Man City won compared to Spurs, you win all day long. The question was about Ledley King and Vincent Kompany.
And I answered it.
Ledley King was not in a team that were winning titles. Ledley King was holding together a defence that was papered together with very average players alongside of him. Ledley King came through on the youth team, right? Captained this club, played central midfield and centre half. He was an absolute Rolls Royce. I'm going to keep going because he didn't stop talking. Absolute Rolls Royce, right? Ledley King played through injuries. Ledley King didn't even train Monday to Friday.
That's silly.
Ledley King did take us to winning a trophy. Ledley King didn't leave the club, right? So at the end of the day, Man City are a better club than Spurs for winning, but that was not the question. You've got to listen to the question.
And I did, mate.
Ledley King was a superb captain. Nothing.
Did you not hear me talking about...
Nothing to do with winning trophies.
You lead by example.
And time.
The goals and the moments are part of it, because he led by example as a captain.
Unfortunately, I've got my lines on either side of me and we're walking straight to the tunnel. I can't have any more interference, otherwise you will be booked. Right. It's 1-1 overall so far, with 2 of the votes going to the public vote.
You are a Spurs fan, remember that.
Exactly.
Oh,
so I'm going to make sure... No,
we can't, hang on. You can't drop that in at the hope.
If I was sat there, I wouldn't trust myself if it's a Kompany Ledley King.
Yeah. I do agree Vincent Kompany was an outstanding player.
Agreed.
In a very, very good generation of City players.
Exactly.
Our captain.
And I do agree that Ledley King, with one leg, was better than a lot of centre-halves. Again, did bring us a trophy and went through a lot of injury crisis to still play. He had players... Do you know what? I was going to mention them, but I'm not going to mention them on camera. He had very poor quality of players around him compared to other players. But at the end of the day, I have to be impartial and make sure that I don't just sway with either side just because you're Spurs. Okay, so the winner for this one is going to be Savva. Okay, it's going to be Savva. Nothing to do with me being a Spurs fan whatsoever. It's not. I do agree with your point. I thought your points were incredible. But I just think personally, it was very hard to debate. So I've got to go with my opinion.
He's won us 2 titles single-handedly with big moments. As a captain,
unfortunately,
as a captain,
who's the better
captain step. That's what captains do.
So what was Ledley King meant to do? Win Spurs a title?
No, but what I'm saying is, how can you say he's better when there's no metric to which he's better? Like
there's no metric that Kompany's better.
I mean, the same level of leadership, the same level I would run through a wall for you, playing through injuries as well. Vincent Kompany famously.
This guy didn't play through injuries.
Wins us titles.
This guy didn't train. This guy didn't train.
That's not Vincent Kompany's fault, you know. Like you don't have their captain.
And neither is not winning titles wasn't Ledley King's fault.
Did Ledley King step up and put it in top corner for 20 yards for Spurs in big games?
But to be fair,
that
the question
matters.
wasn't who scored the
Yeah, but that's what captains do. Like better captains lead you on the pitch.
That's what captains do.
Yes, a great captain also sets example on the
Ledley King
pitch.
scored goals.
Did he big important goals?
Of course he scored important goals, but we weren't
Like what?
challenging for titles.
That's not Vincent Kompany's fault. Your team was shite, mate.
Before this shuts off, and I'm sure you're going to want this on camera. Before this shuts off, this is the problem. Whenever I debate with Liverpool fans, City fans, United fans...
What do you want me to do? Play down how good our side were to get level?
Can I get a sentence?
Of course you can, mate. Go for it.
Whenever you debate with these clubs that win massive things, they can't distinguish between the question and what they've won.
Disingenuous.
If the question is, who has won more... Vincent Kompany, take a bow. But that wasn't the question.
But a direct result of his qualities, that leads to that. That's
so that one goal won you the league?
There's 2 goals I talked about there.
So 2 goals won you the league, not the other 30.
That's pretty important, mate.
Not the 38 games you played all season. It was those 2 goals.
They were the 2 big moments when we needed us. Just because you can't relate to that's not my problem, mate. Vincent Kompany.
I can't relate to that because my club, listen, your club has got more charges than my ex-iPhone.
What's that got to do with Vincent Kompany,
That's
mate?
why you won things, mate.
If you start throwing out the charges, that's just getting away from Vincent Kompany what he achieved.
But that's why you can afford the Vincent Kompany's, mate.
He signed before the money came in, mate. So that's nonsense.
Listen, proper organic football club we've got. What have you haven't got nothing.
Go advertise your latest Beyonce concert and all that kind of stuff.
Sure, we make our money. So we make our money organically, right? What do you do?
What do? We win shit, mate.
114 charges for a reason.
I thought it was 115, which is it? I can't keep up.
You'd know how many times you cheated.
Either way, mate. Either way, you were no different to us before the money came in. Anyway, we were the same level of club prior to that. So
yeah, we were, and then you've cheated and gone to there, and we've
allegedly, mate.
We're trying to.
I'm sure you guys happy with that. You know, allegedly. You know, we'll see when the results come out. Won't we?
Okay, guys, we're gonna have to move on.
Sure.
We've only got the studio for a certain amount of time. But anyway, guys, that was Hot Takes. Okay, very, very good debates. But if you disagree with my opinion, let us know in the comment section below, and we will read out your opinion next week on the show.